Hey friends, Dan back again. Today, what we're going to talk about is slicing. But slicing is a big topic. Lots goes into it. On the face, or I guess on the surface, the face is always open. Club face is open to club path when you're hitting a slice, but there are so many reasons why that face gets delivered open to the path. What goes into it from setup, backswing, transition, early downswing into impact. Everyone has their own unique pattern. So whether it be a weaker grip or rolled open takeaway, so many things go into why that could be. So what we're going to talk about today specifically is how you want to deal with your slice when you're on the course, because how you deal with things on course is very different than how you should be dealing with things on the range. In order to get better with your swing and your technique, you need to be able to try the same thing with the same club over and over to improve your feel for it, improve your control over what's happening. That's just block practice, right? Same club to the same target on repeat, and you can get a lot out of that. By definition, you cannot be doing that on the course, right? If you're ever hitting the same shot twice in a row on the course, almost always a bad thing. So, good rounds are random in nature. So when you're on the course, you're almost kind of stuck with what you have. It's usually never a good idea to start really grinding on swing technique on the course. I'm sure a lot of you have already experienced that. Okay, so you're slicing the ball. It's curving hard to the right. Now, what so many golfers experience is they're lined up nice and square to the target, which oftentimes for people is the middle of the fairway, which I don't love, but that's a different video. Okay, I guess we talk about it a little bit here. Um, Now, the average slicer gets their face probably a little bit too open going back, and then they're used to the ball curving right, so their athletic intuition takes over in the downswing, and that oftentimes will cause them to get a little steep and over the top. And here's what we know about the swing. When the club steepens, it sort of chops down a little bit, and I believe there is a drag force that holds that face open even more when you get steeper, which just makes this game even more challenging because when you're steep with an open face, the last thing you need is for the face to be holding more open on you. That's already what your problem area is. Vice versa, when the club falls behind us more, the face gets easier to roll close when it's shallowing, which when people are hooking the ball, oftentimes that's not what they want, right? They're swinging inside out to avoid the hook, and that makes it that much easier to close the face. I think that phenomena, if you will, is a big reason, one of the big reasons why this game is so challenging and counterintuitive. Okay? Now, a lot of you who slice the ball, you may have experienced this situation. You're setting up square, you slice one. You set up square on the next one, and you slice one. And then at some point you decide, okay, I'm tired of slicing it right of my target. So whether it's your idea or a friend suggests it, now you decide you're going to aim left, right? And let that slice come back towards the target. But so often, as soon as you aim left, what happens? The ball goes straight. Why is that? Well, if you're worried about the ball going to the right, your athletic intuition wants you swinging left of target for now until things change, right? But if your ball's curving right of target with a miss, you want to swing left, whether you like it or not, right? That's your athletic intuition, like I said. So if you line up square, the only way for you to swing left is over the top and outside in, and that holds your face even more open. So, again, this is you're on the course. You're not going to be able to make big change to your technique. What you can do is aim a little bit left, but just know there's a chance that you're going to now start hitting it straighter because if you aim left enough to swing generally towards the target, even a little left of it, you'll have to shallow the club to get it going a little bit more to the right of where your body's aimed. So if you're assuming that there's no perfect, which that's kind of the perspective I love to take, there's no perfect, right? So let's assume you have to swing a little left to allow for your ball to curve gently back to the right. If you line up straight, your club's going to want to steepen and go over the top, and that might slice it even harder. But if you aim just a little extra left, you're going to start tapping into this sensation where now all of a sudden you got to shallow and kick it a little bit more into out of your body line to help you not swing too far left, right? And I'm here to tell you, as soon as you can get this club shallowing a little bit, it makes it that much easier for the face to roll closed. And again, I'm a big believer as to that's why when people tend to aim straight to allow for their slice, that ball starts to straighten out for them. I see this happen every day in lessons. Someone's fading it. Let's say, hey, let's allow for that fade instead of fighting it. Let's aim left. And then all of a sudden, the ball straightens out. Sometimes they hit it straight left of target. That's not a bad thing. Now just gently ease back, slowly aim a little bit more to the right of where you were, not right of target. But again, let's say I'm aiming dead straight, it feels like, and now I'm going to exaggerate and aim 10 degrees left. Now I'm starting to hit it 10 degrees left. Maybe try like it's 8 or 7 degrees, then maybe only 4 or 5 degrees left, right? So ease yourself back to the center so you can just start hitting these straightest shots, ideally as straight as possible. But the big theme here is when you're on course, don't fight that slice. Ride it. Aim left, but assume that the ball might come out straighter. So never aim straight into trouble, because you never want to have a straight shot be the cause of a big miss, okay? So on the course, just start aiming left. Let that club swing down the target line as you aim left, which is going to mean shallow. Shallow makes it easier to close. And again, if it's a really radical slice, you might just have a really weak grip or you're rolling it open in the backswing. But that's not this video. That's for the driving range. And this is how you're going to deal with your slice on the course. Let me know if you have any comments. Aim the body a little left. Let that hopefully get you feeling the club shallowing a bit, and that's going to make it hopefully easier for you to close that face. All right, I'll see you next time. Like and subscribe for me.